guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build ZombieZ 2. I'm starting to get really excited about this. A couple of you have been wondering, when are you going to get all the zombie dispensers down and wire all that up? Well, we can't do that until we've got the whole map built and all the locations done. Because if we do it now, it's very likely that we're either going to be bigger than what we thought or smaller than what we thought, or we're going to put a building on top of one of them or a caravan on top of them, and it's going to just require more moving at the end. We might as well do that at the end. Same with the potions and the upgrades or the perks or whatever you want to call them, and the enchantment. Well, the enchantment table is going to be in the middle. We'll do it in maybe next episode or something like that. Today, I want to do some actual buildings. I want to at least get one of them done. There's two main buildings that we want here. We want a small reception building, like where you would first, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a road. One road that comes down here, just a thin one, just a small one, with a little reception hut where you would like sign in and sign out, and maybe there was a little tea hut. Maybe we can do another building for a little tea hut. Yeah, that would be a good idea. So 3 buildings I've got in mind now. But yeah, a little reception room to sign in and out of. We're going to need a building with some toilets in it. Because I know you got toilets in caravans, but there always are toilets at caravan parks with showers and stuff in them, things like that. And then the third one then, what did I say it was going to be? Oh yeah, a little like tea hut with some tables and chairs in it and stuff like that. So yeah, if we had the road going down here, a little bit of a hedge that you could sort of jump over maybe or work your way through. I reckon a little reception room around here somewhere. I don't want to really go beyond that line there, because that's the start line. So we'll start it about here. And I think for this one, we're going to want to have something like andesite for one colour. And then either brick or like a clay. Oh yeah, that clay will be perfect. Something like that. And I think I'm going to do the toilet block in the same sort of colours as well. So let's have the entrance face this side. So the back of the building is where the spawn is. And we don't want it too big. We don't want this reception room too big. We'll have a double door in the middle there. And then we're going to go to this sort of clay block. And I think we want to have like a double window in there like that. This is the size. You really don't want this sort of thing to be overwhelmingly large on the map. These are just buildings to not hide in, because there's going to be zombies spawning in them. But maybe you can sort of clear out, take a little bit of a break or something like that, you know. So I think that's pretty good. That's going to give us a really nice roof shape. If it's too deep, the roof's going to look too big. I also don't want to sort of encroach on the spawn area here. But I think that's pretty good. We obviously want the windows to be at least 2 blocks high. That's sort of the minimum height for windows in Minecraft. I don't know exactly where the windows are going to be yet. So what I like to do is do the corners and the top where I know exactly where windows cannot be. And then you can fill in where you may want windows in afterwards. So we'll come up here. Stick those ones in like that. And people will be asking, how are we going to play this map, AJ? Well, 2 things to say about that. Number 1, I'm doing this series. This series has always been designed from the beginning in a way that you guys will be able to build it along at home as well. We've done testing of the redstone at the beginning. I'm doing all of this sort of main building on camera. It's something that I want you guys to be able to sort of basically learn how to do. If you guys want to build something like this, you'll be able to after this. You know, hopefully you'll be able to learn all the skills of the redstone and stuff, and be able to do exactly what you want with this by yourself. But also, after it's done, maybe I'll be able to get a couple of you guys in to have a go on it. I don't know. Possibly. That's something that's yet to be determined. So I think it's perfect to have a window in there and there. That sort of lines up really well, doesn't it? Okay, so we're going to want some windowsills. I want to go with dark blocks. I want to have quite a dark feel on all of these buildings. I don't want a windows on the end here, on either end. I want to have quite a dark feeling to all these buildings. We've got the sort of white of the caravans. All these caravans are sort of, at least mostly, a white colour. Whoops. So we don't want to overwhelm the map with snow and quart blocks and stuff like that. So as a contrast, I think it works well, yeah, to have darker colours for the buildings. Plus, it gives it that sort of spookier look. Seeing as though this map's going to be played at night time, it's going to be pretty perfect. So this is all pretty simple stuff here, working out exactly where the peaks are going to be of the roof. I think I'll go around there. Yeah, no, that'll be good, and that'll mean that the top one will be a little bit taller. I sort of like that. I think we're going to go with dark oak for the roof as well as the windowsills. It sort of blends those two colours in nicely together. And maybe a different colour on the end. Like around the edge, around the perimeter. Something like cobblestone. Quartz. Well, yeah, quartz. I mean, a little bit of white, I suppose, won't hurt too much. So, I think the easiest way will be to go around these first. Like this. And then put the quartz on afterwards. Because the quartz has to be placed on the edge of these... on the edge of these... What? Dark oak stairs. That's the word. Brain fart. So, if we go around with these first... It gives us a block to be able to place it on. It saves us placing and then breaking and then replacing another block again, doesn't it? So I'll have that going up there, down there, and around there. Now we can put the quartz on. Yeah, a little bit of a white edge, I think, is going to work out quite nicely. And down here. I always like to go underneath it. It sort of smooths it off. I think everybody sort of does this. That does a little bit of building. It just smooths it off nicely. Oh, we're missing... Obviously the one on the edge there. Like that. Gives it a little bit of a smoother edge than just like the blocks missing like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That looks like it's missing blocks. That just sort of smooths it off a lot. It does make it look a little bit bigger, but I think it's worth it. We'll have those coming down here. And the same underneath. Oops. Aha. Around the edge. I don't want to cut anything out because I know you guys, some of you at least, always wonder how to do roofs. This is a simple one really, as it's sort of a square building. There's no real edges on them. It makes it a lot easier. And that one. And then, whoops, back down this side. Did I do that? On the, yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah, no, we're all good. We're all good. And then that one. That one. That one. And down here. Now, the middle, surprisingly, doesn't take long at all. It's very, very simple to fit in all the middle parts. All you've got to do is follow the edge until you get to a corner. And then follow it around the corner. Like that. It's as simple as that. Easy as that. So this one will come down here. And then this one down this side. And what you'll end up with, at least on this build, is a slab that'll go right across the top because the two side points are slightly taller than, this point and this point is slightly taller than these two because it's like one block wider to start with, which is perfect. It's going to give a really nice design. It gives height at different points of the roof, a little bit of unintentional dynamic to the building, a little bit more shape to it. But yeah, look how quick this comes together. Really not a long job when you're doing a building this size. So put that down there. Put that one down. And put that one across the top. Grab the slabs for the final touch. And boom, you have a nice cool house. In fact, it would work well as a little survival house. Shape-wise, it's pretty cool. Maybe poke a little window. Can I poke a little? Yeah, a little window like that in the top. Gets rid of the huge amount of andesite that was in the top there. And what I want to do is go with some normal glass, but I'm going to bust some of the glass. I'm going to bust it. I don't want to be able to jump through the window, so I'm not going to make any spots 2 blocks missing. Can I go through that? You can. Okay, so there's going to be 3 pieces of glass in each one because I only want one entrance on it. I don't want people to be able to get in through the back. Maybe we'll add a little bit of redstone that moves a bit of glass, or maybe breaks a bit of glass, maybe a bit of TNT that goes and blows out the corner. But if you do that, you're going to spawn more zombies. I think that's a pretty cool idea. But we'll just have to see. Let's get a floor down in here. I think there'd probably be an oak floor. A nice sort of simple, cheap floor for it. But what I want to do is I want to put a door on, but only one. I'm only going to put one door on. The other door's been bust down. That way, people can't shut the doors and shut the zombies out. You know, the zombies are still going to be able to come through the door. I think that's a pretty funny sort of way of doing it. So, let's get this floor down in here. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Do I want it on the back side or do I want it on the front side? Yeah, no, I could have like a little wooden front for a little bit of... No, I'm going to take that away. I'm actually going to make this like a gravel path, maybe. Now, oops, gravel does obviously fall in Minecraft, so we're going to have to fill up from the bottom here. It's not... Oops, that's andesite. It's not really that much of a problem, but they can go on there. Then we can put that door on. And then, boom, we can have the path that goes to the road. I think maybe somewhere like out here would be good. Like that. Let's do a little bit more. Yeah, that's a nice little path. So then we've just got to fill these in up to the correct height. There's no easy way to do this, I don't think. It's just as quick to do this than any other way. You know, you could put blocks underneath. So it's only one block deep with gravel. But to be honest, I think this is just as quick by the time you get all the other blocks underneath it. Oops. And then this last one. Yeah, beautiful. That's a nice little path. Maybe I'll put some podzol or some coarse dirt or something like that in there. I don't know. Possibly. Okay, I'll put this floor down really quickly. I will cut this out. I think you guys can replace grass with floor, and I shall be back. Okay, so the floor's all down. It's actually a little bit big, really, for a receptionist. It didn't look that big when we were doing the blueprint, but now it's up and all the walls and the ceiling's on. We've got this side, which I can use for a desk, and maybe this side as like a little seating area when you're waiting to leave or whatever reason. Maybe a little area for... like medical, if one of the kids get hurt, lost property, things like that. I'll just put some chairs down there, probably. So, the ceiling in here, we don't want to be able to see the roof. It's very odd, I think, if you go into a building and you can see the roof from the floor. There is usually a little bit of a ceiling in here. I'm going to use these slab blocks, because in most buildings like this, you probably have something similar, maybe in your classrooms at school. I know when I was at school, I had something extremely similar. Yeah, it'll work. Extremely similar to this sort of roof in my classrooms. They were like foam or polystyrene tiles on the roof. They're a very cheap way of doing a ceiling. They're easy to replace if they get damaged and stuff like that. So a lot of places and buildings use it. A lot of offices use this kind of thing. Say schools. Even my snooker hall that I go to has a ceiling like this, because if the cues hit the ceiling, you want to be able to replace it, the damaged ones, quite easily to keep it looking nice. That's good. That already improves that look. A desk. What do we want for a desk in here? We want something like pretty clean, smart looking. I've got a cough coming, sorry. That's better. I do like prismarine block. I like the texture of prismarine block. I just dislike the colour. If it was a better colour, I would use it a lot more. We've got clay, maybe like a grey. What else have we got? I don't like the polished diorite for this, because I don't really like the dots in it. Again, I don't like the texture of it too much. I don't want to go with logs. No, I think we're going to go with like a nice cyan clay here. It sort of keeps that sort of pattern of the sort of grey continued on in here. And we'll use a nice trap door. Oops, I'm in the wrong tab. Look, where is it? Nice trap door on there to be able to get in and out of. Little chair behind, because whoever's going to be in here is going to want to be comfy. If I use a button, we can have that as maybe a bell that you can ring. Ring, ring, ring. And what else would you need? Oh, bookshelves. Now, you need bookshelves around the back here, because you're going to have to keep track of all of the people that you've got in there. Like a filing cabinet as well would work. But you want books of like safety and the ground layouts and all legal stuff. So you're going to want a few of those. And then I think we're going to want some filing cabinets. So I'm going to put a couple of filing cabinets in here. Maybe like a taller one. Hello, phone. A taller one and a shorter one. Can you believe someone's texting me? I never get text. I only ever seem to get text when I'm recording. That's for sure. So we should put those on like that. My filing cabinet at home is this sort of colour, which is why I've done it sort of like a bluey purpley. So that works really well. They look like little drawers that you sort of pull out. Maybe they should be at the top, actually. Yeah, so you sort of pull them out like drawers, don't you? On there. Lighting, we're going to use beacons. And because we've sort of used the top half of a slab, it's going to work really well. They're going to sit in there beautifully, look. One there. One there. That's 2 blocks away around all the corners, you see. Works out quite well. And we can either have one in the middle here or we can have 2. I think I want 2. I think I want one there and I want one there. Oops. I done a double click. My finger went all weird on me. There we go. So we've got 2 blocks away from the... Ooh. Oh no, it's an odd number down here. Okay. That'll work actually on this build. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Nice and light in here now. I'm impressed with that. Let's get a little bit of a rug on the floor down this entrance. I think I want a little bit of blue. I think I want a little bit of maybe blue on the outside as well. Maybe a flag. Like here. Yeah, let's just stick that down. We want spruce, I think. A little bit of a lighter block. Yeah, a little like flagpole of the camp. Maybe it would have the camp's logo on it if it was full size. And I think wool would be the best. I want to go with a blue sort of design here. Maybe a dark blue, a light blue, and a white. Now we want to try and get this sort of waving in the wind if possible. So I'm going to do something like that. And I think we're going to do it 3 blocks wide. So we'll have maybe, to start off with, I like doing a basic flag. And if I don't like it, I can then change it up a little bit. No, I sort of like it better like that. Maybe I'd like it better like that, though. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. And then... I don't like exactly the stripes and stuff, so maybe let's replace these with light blue, replace these with light blue, and then have like a white one there. And then a black one there. Sort of like the American flag, but backwards. Do you know what I mean? Maybe like a white one in the... Like 2 white ones there and there. White and a blue one. I like that. Now, that's a cool looking flag. Maybe like that. Yeah. No, I like that. I like that. And then I go and change it. I like a cross. And then that one and that one. Now, I like that. I'm going to stick with that. So, we've got white, dark blue, and light blue. Let's get the equivalents in carpet here. I wonder if we can do that flag as a pattern on the floor here. So, we had those 4, oops, as white. Then we had dark blue like that, and 2 light blues. Yeah, no, that looks cool. Oh, apart from it's off-center, because this is 2 blocks wide. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we'll make it a little bit wider then. Make it a little bit longer as well. No, that's a cool look. Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, it sort of matches a little bit of a theme going on through here. On the end here, we want some paintings and some certificates, so we'll use some item frames for that. We'll stick some paper in. Or maybe a book as well as like a... For like a, I don't know, rules book or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Let's grab some string and some carpet for some shelves. We'll use black shelves in here, I think, so they stand out a little bit. I'm not going to do them right up to the edge because I think a nice plant on either side would work really well there. Just 2 blocks high. I can put paintings in between these. They just look a little bit different then. I just want a single one. Yeah, perfect. And then we'll have 4 item frames. Paper, and book. Maybe another book. Yeah, like that. Yeah, no, I like that. That looks like a busy little shelf then, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to want on this side a little bit of a seating area. Maybe we should use quartz for that. No, I like that being a dark chair. I want a lighter chair for this section, though. I want to have a little bit of a horseshoe sort of shape. For a nice sort of, nice long sofa. You can sort of just chill out in here before sorting your stuff out. Something like that. It's also somewhere that maybe the nurse, the local nurse, the grounds nurse can come and patch up a boy's knee if he fell over playing football and stuff like that. So I think a table would be quite cool. Maybe if we use something like a dark grey and like a light grey carpet for a table along this wall here. Yeah, it doesn't stand out that much, but it's just subtle. It's just a subtle little table in there. Maybe a little carpet on the floor here with light blue and white. No, light blue and dark blue, because we've got a white sofa, haven't we? Yeah, just something like that. Maybe some paintings along the back there, because it's looking a little bit empty. Perfect, perfect. And perfect. I think that's good. Let's grab some paintings in, some plants to go in there. What do we want to sit them on? Do we want to sit them on like a blue block or something like that? Is there any sort of standout blue block? You know, let's try this prismarine with it. I'd love to be able to use... Yeah, no, it's good. I would love to be able to use this block more, and I think it works really well for those. Yeah, might even put them here as well. Hides up those corners, doesn't it? Sort of blends in the two andesite and clay. It sort of makes it a little bit more of an easier transition. I think that's pretty nice. I think that's pretty cool. I don't want it to be broken up on the top or anything like that. I sort of want it to be a solid build, but just with some smashed windows and stuff like that. That's got a really nice feel on the inside of this. I think that's all we've got time for, though, this episode. Next episode, we'll be working on, well, we need to do a fire in the middle that I want to have hooked up to an enchantment table somehow, maybe up in the sky. I don't know quite yet. I want to have a toilet block, and we want to have a little bit of a cafe or something like that, like we said at the beginning of the episode. So plenty more to do on this area, but boy, that's looking really cool. We're starting to get a real feel of size and stuff. I like the road idea being here, but you start on the side. That's really cool. I don't know how much over the road you'll be able to spawn, like go. Maybe you can just go onto the other side of the road and there'll be a fence there. Yeah, that sounds good to me. If you guys enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode.